Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Stip and this is going to be part 11 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Britannia. And in the last episode we did take Martius. In fact, overall I'd say we're doing quite well. We've long since surpassed any gains that Boudica may have achieved in her lifetime. Yes, we've actually conquered all of England and Ireland. Not so much Scotland, but it's probably for the best that Scotland doesn't exist yet. And yeah, we have ourselves a pretty solid alliance with the Spanish so far. We're paying tribute to them, and that's fine with me. It's only 100 denarii per turn, so that makes me feel safe. We still have some Gauls trickling in from Ediolanium and Batavium up here, which the Julii inconceivably still have not attacked. What in the heck are they doing? I don't know, but I have not enough troops here in Massilia. I have Calpurnus's army, my faction leader. He's here in Martius. And as soon as this army is done training up, they can swing on over to Massilia and fend off these dudes that are trickling on in. But we're not going to be hanging out too long here, I don't think. Just long enough to train up a couple of units here in Massilia. And eventually this army in Aluminum is going to be making its way down and then transferring into position to be able to swing back and forth between Massilia and Martius just to keep the Gauls in check. Any Gauls that want to trickle in through Numantia, through the Pyrenees, they can get held in check, and then that army could just swing back and forth and, fight off the Gauls up here around Massilia as well. So that's going to be the idea. Calpurnus's army is going to be coming up here north and staging and getting ready to attack the Germans. And it's about time because they've had free reign of just kind of attacking me whenever and wherever they want to. And it's time for that to end. I've done a scouting mission across their northern territories and they don't have a single port built up yet. And I think that I have free reign to basically get an army together and start attacking these coastal settlements up here. And it just so happens that I do have an army together up here in Britain itself. Which, it's not fully ready yet, but I mean, it's close. We can't train any slingers up here, can we? No, we cannot. Yeah, I should get some slingers up there to that army. And then, yeah, put it on some boats and send it on over, and they can start attacking either this settlement or that one. We will see. And then, same thing in this army. This army is pretty close. We have forces here in Alesia as well, and not much there, but we have this little army here as well. So, yeah, we're looking pretty good, I would say. I'm worried that these gosh darn diplomats are going to try to bribe my couple of dudes here in Massilia and take my settlement. That would suck. Yeah, I've had that happen before, and yeah, that's a really shitty thing. Also, I would like to get more spies. Looks like I already have one. Perfect. That's what I was just going to say. Yeah, I want a spy checking out the German territory. So I should get more spies to do that. In fact, let me just double check to make sure I don't have any hanging out in any settlements here. Looks like no. No, so getting a couple more just to, yeah, see what's going on would be nice. And also, so do I want to come out here and fight this army with this army? I don't have melee infantry, I just have the slingers and the chariots. I just have the one warband. So I think I'd rather wait for you to come back and you can handle them. Yes, that is going to be the preferred way. In fact, this is going to be annoying because they're probably going to be hopping over the rivers and dodging me. So yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, well I know I have a diplomat over here who is making his way to the Parthians. Almost there. We can talk to them maybe next turn. Maybe exchange some map info. And I think that we can actually fight this army here. Yeah, it's about time. They've been in my territory for a while. Yeah, Deva's gonna be fine. So you go there. Let's bring some chariots out and you can go there.
Orders, General. Orders, Chief. Orders. Attack! Victory!
Okay, yeah, let's just merge these guys together.
Combining troops.
And we'll attack him next turn. And yeah, you're gonna be fine. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. So how is this army looking here? Looks like we need some wood warriors and some... oh, we got our swordsmen. We need wood warriors and slingers. Maybe a unit of dogs, and then that's it. Yeah, I don't think I can train any dogs up here in Britain either. No, I can't. Okay. So dogs and slingers, that's what I need for that army. And then it's, yeah, put it on some boats and send it to cause some havoc. Something that I would like to be better at in this campaign is making sure that I remove my retinue from people that are about to die of old age and give them to younger people here. Because here we have Kinfauer, who has a druid, you know, that's +1 morale, +1 command when attacking, which is quite good. The witch increases chances of having children. Wise woman does the same thing, but it also increases casualty replenishment rate. Like, those are all really good retinue. Famous warriors, +1 command and +1 morale, and 10% discount on unit train costs. Priest of Andrasta is +1 command and then 15% to movement points, which is excellent. You know, there's a lot of good stuff there on this guy, which should be given off to someone else. Now, unfortunately, Epidorix, yeah, you aren't much younger than Kinfauer. You're only 2 years younger than him, so it's not going to be you. And then our only other option up here is Senianus, who isn't great because he has the Hypochondriac, which is +1 command when attacking and then -6 from your general's hit points. It's too bad because other than that, he has some good traits, you know? +1 command when attacking and +1 command from being a social drinker. +1 command and +1 law from War Chief. Like, that's all good stuff. It's just, this makes him very, very squishy. Although, I might, you know what, it's kind of funny. The -6 from your general's hit points, does that even matter for chariot generals? They just, like, die on impact anyway, so... It probably still matters. Chariots, I guess, only die on impact with, like, you know, pikes, phalanx, spears, and stuff like that. Phalanx pikes. I guess in like an actual melee with other non-spear troops, and then like Cav, I guess they don't die in impact, so maybe that -6 hit points does actually matter. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I wonder if there's other people, maybe Warticorix should be getting those good traits. I don't know. But I was looking at it also, I should be making someone else my faction heir. Kinfauer has just been my default faction heir because I had so many guys dying in a short burst of time. So Prasutagus, I keep getting, I don't know why, I keep saying that Kelpernus is my faction leader. It's not, it's Prasutagus. And so he's 44, so I should be looking at someone who's at least 24. And it was you. You're the guy that struck me when you married into the family. Yeah, you married Belenus's daughter, Kunorda. And yeah, I remember when he died. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I think that was the turn where I lost 2 generals in like 1 episode. Yeah, that sucked. But I think that you are going to be the next faction heir. You know, you're young, you're 22, 3 stars, 1 management. Good defender, so +2 command when defending. Frugal, 5% discount on construction costs, 5% bonus in tax income, +1 to squalor, which isn't good. But then the priestess of Britannia, which is going to be +1 to management and 10% bonus in all trade income. So, yeah, that's all good stuff. But I mean, mostly. So, yeah, let's do it. Now he has a bit of influence now from being faction heir. And +2 to personal security, so... hopefully he doesn't die against these gosh darn rebels up here. He's not going to. Okay. He's not going to die against those rebels. Alright, drop a save. Let's continue on. More Germans. And what do we have here? So another man who's is about to marry into the family. Yeah, 26 years old. Is betrothed to Kini. And he is Kainan of Durnovaria. 3-star general? Heck yeah, dude. Welcome to the family. And man, we got some more Germans coming on in. Almost a half stack right there, and this is much less than a half stack, but they're sending a general. Just feeding me generals to kill.
General.
Yeah, not a lot of money in the treasury. We have the biggest empire, eh? Interesting. I feel like the Germans have a pretty big empire as well. And where is he? So he's up here in Londinium. Okay, yeah, I got a lot of people up here in Britain. A lot of people. All right. So, where? Let's see. Did those Gauls? No, they just merged up. He didn't move any closer. He just merged up. Okay. Well, that just gives me more time, I guess. You guys, are you ready to go? Yeah, I'm not going to retrain any of those guys. So, let's just, yeah, let's move out. And, God, do I even want to swing over that way? If they're going to be taking their time, I can just continue to train up some soldiers. Got another unit of head hurlers. What's their upkeep? 130. Same as the swordsman. No, it's a little cheaper than the swordsman. Yeah, let's get those guys. Yeah, do I even need this army to swing out over here? For now, I'm just going to be sending Prasutagus' army right up here to the German border. And I'm going to be skipping past Massilia. I'm going to be sending Calpurnius' army. Even though they're not finished, I'm going to be sending them down here to this region.
Forward.
And these other units can catch up to them, not the slingers. The slingers are going to Britain.
General.
And then the wood warriors are going to be coming down here. And I'm training up some more swordsmen for this army as well.
Orders.
And I'm training up some dogs here for this army as well. So that's going to be all good.
Lord.
Then Prasutagus can get his army retrained up here in Alesia.
Orders.
And I wanted to build a watchtower here just so I could get a little bit of vision here on this valley. Just to make sure that there's no funny business between... Yeah, the Gauls could... Technically, they could come up here, couldn't they? Well, no, this is like German territory, so that'd be trespassing on the German territory. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. And we'll keep an eye on those Gauls. I mean, 4 units. I have 2 plus the 3rd, which is going to be coming on in. Yeah, we'll see. Can they even reach me in this turn? No, they can't. So I'd have an extra turn of training as well. Yeah, it's not good for them. That does not bode well for them. I think 2 swords and 2 head hurlers is probably good to fend that off. At least, you know, at least until Calpurnius' army arrives, if they need him. So that's all looking good. And then I think we're just going to hang tight up here. Let's see. Senianus, you can come over here. And let's go ahead and do that thing that I was saying. Yeah, let's get these people moved off of you. You're 51. I mean, you're a competent general, but so is Senianus, actually. Like, despite the fact that he's a hypochondriac, 3 stars is still okay. So let's put the druid on him. And the witch. And the wise woman. And the famous warrior. And I think he already has the priest of Andrasta, right? Yeah, he already has that. And then so do you, so I can't give that to him either. Alright, that's something, that's something. That's okay. And then if I want to give them to someone else, I can do that, obviously, as well. And let's see if the Parthians want to give us any money for map info. Your foolish generosity fools no one. What are you up to? We reject your offer. Okay, can we just do... I don't know, I just want map info. No? Really? Okay. Fine. Well, gosh darn. I'll try again next turn. I don't know. It's so confusing when it's like the map info is considered too generous. So they're like, no, we won't deal with you. It's like, what? What? It's map info. I just want to see what's going on, you know? let's come over here now and see if we can finally get rid of these brigands. It's just been hanging out in my territory forever. Mostly peasants, one warband, one rebel general, and then one heavy chariot. So yeah, I'm glad I got my spears. Glad I got my light chariots. I can just kind of shoot that chariot to pieces, I would hope. So let's dive on in. Right off the bat, they're going to be hanging out next to this little group of trees right here, and I'm just going to be bringing my light chariots off to the side here, try to provoke them a little bit, get some shots in. Their chariots are going to be on that side over there, so we'll keep an eye on that. And yeah, if we can provoke their general into a unwise charge into us, then yeah, we can probably just swarm them with our chariots and take them down. We are now getting some shots into these peasants here on this side, so we can start picking them off here. And yeah, we'll see if we can provoke them into making a mistake. Yeah, they want to turn that way. Let's see if their warband want to charge. I mean, what do you want to charge, guys? My warband, my swords? What's it going to be? Let's get swords moving up here. And you guys can all start doing some war cry action. And nope, they want to back up. That's fine. So wasted war cry, but that's okay. Actually, what I'd like to do is bring my spears over here to support my chariots because they've brought their chariots on over. So let's do a little swapperoo here. Let's get my swords facing off against their infantry, which is what they're designed to fight. And then my spears can support against their chariots on this side. That way, if you guys want to charge my light chariots, you're going to have to deal with their group of spears. Alright, what do we got here? Looks like we got some action going on. These guys might be a little bit too late to the party, but that's okay. Let's just get a charge here, and then here, just to stop up their general. And then, yeah, there we go. We're breaking them on that side. You just hang tight. Now they want to send in their warbands. Let's get back with my generals. There we go. He is now dead. Let's get back here and then here. If they want to run away with their warband, let's chase them down then. And there's chariots still not engaged. So let's bring my chariots back, actually. Yeah, let's bring my guys back. And then let's push forward with my line of spears. And let's just make sure that my guys don't get too caught out. And, oh shit, speaking of which, fuck, okay, that's him. Oh no, am I gonna lose a general? Fucking A. I just lost a general to, god damn, that's, oh my god. At least it wasn't my faction error, but that is fucking lame. Alright, well, I just like lost track of all my warband. God damn, yeah, using
The enemy. Victory is the reward of
generals and
warriors.
chariots. Fucking A, it's so tough. It is so hard. They're so fragile. God damn. You just have to like tell yourself. I just tell myself just don't use them. Like don't use them.
Orders.
And I have to like remind myself like don't freaking use them.
Orders.
Yeah, that was Drewstan. That was the guy that I was using for my my discounts on all my buildings. Fuck. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. That's so lame. That's so lame at just how shitty they are and how weak they are. But yeah, that's my fault for not learning. So yeah, I just have to. It's the thing is that in my head I was like, all right, they're broken, and so it was okay for me to chase. And, you know, because we had killed their general. And so I just kind of thought that we were in the clear there. And, yeah, we were not. So that's my bad for misjudging that. But, that's going to happen. That's not, as much as I want to say like, all right, I got it now. I don't. Like, there's going to be, if I'm going to mistime things like that, it's just going to happen. So luckily I have these wise women making sure that my generals just give birth to many, many kids because we're going to need them. Yeah, we're gonna need them. These guys are just so freaking fragile.
Yes.
that is going to be it for that turn. So let's go ahead and drop a save and let's continue on. Let's see if these Germans want to continue advancing into my territory. Oh shit. Where? Okay. There's the Julii. Alright, we're at the Julii now. What in the hell? Where'd you guys come from? Alright, there's a full-ass army right there, too. So are they going to be marching on the Gauls? Or are they going to be just skipping past the Gallic territory to march on me? What is this? They attacked me with dogs and something else? What in the hell are they doing? Well, I'm going to be there in 2 turns. Is that good enough or no? Do I have to really come back here with Calpurnius? Or God damn it, I don't know why. I don't know why I just got Calpurnius stuck in my head. Prasutagus. Do I need to come back here with his army? I really don't want to.
Yes. Orders.
I really don't want to. I mean, obviously I don't need to bring all of his army. What can I hire? Barbarian mercenaries and Cav. If I could know what else they have. I can do this, right?
Yes.
Can't I just sally and look at their shit? So Equites and War Dogs, and then call off. I can just do that, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Some siege. Yes, yes. 4.5 grand. Cunorda. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already have a daughter named Cunorda. And Cassivellaunus. Yeah, that's another historical name. So you're going to be hanging out. Okay, so then it's not enough room in some more Briva, so you're just hanging out outside. You were just born outside. Yeah, 1 star, 1 management, 1 influence. Hell yeah, dude. Gatekeeper, Sharp, Good Ambusher, Axpitin. That's going to be -1 command when defending, but +1 command when attacking, and +1 morale. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess overall that's a plus. Yeah, interesting. Alright. So let's go through this. Yes, yes, yes. And the Julii at war with me and the Numidians, and Senate's at war with the Numidians as well. Interesting. Are they actually attacking the Numidians, or are they just at war with the Numidians because... What's going on here? Was it just their boats? Was it a Numidian boat that happened? Was it just because the Scipii are at war with them? Let's go find out. Scipii, are you at war with the Numidians? Yes, yes you are. So it's just the 1 boat, eh? Yeah, I don't want Julii boat to start blockading my boats or my ports in the Mediterranean.
Orders.
So, Equites and War Dogs, and I can hire... Like, that could beat that, right? In fact, wait a minute. Equites and War Dogs. Can either of these units push a ram? Equites can't. Can War Dogs push a ram? Not the dogs, but can the handlers push the ram? I don't think so. Alright, well I'm just gonna wait until this army shows up, because I don't think that they're gonna be able to attack me here. Yeah, what a strange attack. That's so bizarre. Now what the hell are you guys gonna do? Make your move, Julii. What's it gonna be? Okay, I'm gonna hire these guys just in case. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna plop them next to the settlement. Just to say we did something, and then yeah, continue our way up to Alesia.
March! No more moves, General.
And you move up here.
Forward! No more moves.
You go here. Okay, so we got a half stack in Trier. And then what are you? Yep, more of the same. Nothing too fancy there. Yeah, nothing too fancy indeed. 3-star general. So you were making advances, but then you moved back to Trio for some reason. And yeah, same thing up here. So we can get rid of them, and then, gosh, are we ready to like make our move?
Orders?
Almost. I feel like I just need to put the finishing touches on a couple of my armies before I'm ready to move out.
Aye, Captain.
I wonder if I'll have a better chance of getting map information if I just leave this side open and then just see what they want. No, so now that's like too strong of a demand. It's just doing that. So literally, like what? What? What do you want? Like why? I'm not even getting a response back. Alright, I'll try offering trade info. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's worth anything for factions that you can't physically trade with. So that's why I wasn't offering that, but I can try that next turn.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to know what they want. We're ready to crack on now. Oh, actually, no, we're not. We're going to be attacking this German army. Yeah, I got this army all ready and set up and ready to go. And I almost just pressed enter without... Seriously? Okay, fine. Next turn, we will do that. Fine. Hopefully there's no one in the distance that can reach us. No, we're fine. We're fine there. We're fine there. So let's just do that and then do this. And did that army just attack us? Yes, they did. That's interesting because we have a way better army, but they must have confidence in their spear warband. Yeah, it's a unit that can just insta-kill my generals. Why wouldn't they have confidence? We have a little corner here in the deployment zone that's not going to be in the heavy forest. So we're going to do this, and then hopefully we can... Oh, they're just dead center in the middle there. But wait a minute, they're attacking us. So we can actually meet them out here in the open, right? So let's get formed up. Oh shit, I see them. I see them coming out of the forest. That's actually kind of an intimidating sight. Yeah, let's get my guys back. Let's actually get everyone running. Because yeah, having this army in position and having my chariots ready to start skirmishing with them is going to be pretty important here. Because yeah, that's a big old wall of spears. And I have to do a lot of work with my chariots. Yeah, I kind of wasn't thinking because, you know, when I'm the attacker, you know, I can kind of choose the engagement, which is nice. But in this scenario, yeah, they can definitely press me. Which is when that's when the phalanx is most dangerous. So, are you guys shooting? Yes, you are. Let's send my general after those screeching women that are over there, and then you guys just kind of hang out here. Just stay away from that unit. And yeah, they're coming right on in. So let's see. All right, so let's try to get back with you. You guys want to get back or no? All right, let's get my dude back so you don't get caught by something mean and scary. And just hanging out, eh? Just hanging out. All right. So we should be fine there. Our spears should kill their people. And yeah, there goes their general.
Now his men show fear.
So let's come up here and get ready to start war crying into their face. And let's get dogs after them just to kind of hold them up. Oh, perfect. They run just in time. And let's get a charge there. And then let's get a war cry here. And alright, so good. We got a break there. Perfect. Perfect. So they're running. Yes, they are. Alright, so yeah, it's nice getting the dogs off just like at the perfect time. That was really clean. Alright, let's get a chase in there and a chase in there. And how are we doing on percentage? 69? Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get that up to 85. That went okay. We did lose 80 men, but we killed 741. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it's gonna be nice when we can start pushing back against these guys. Yeah, decent little force there in Trier. And they did decide to move into our territory, but I have a lot of forces nearby. So yeah, I reckon that we can beat that and then retrain real quick in Elysion and then push on to Trier maybe pretty quickly. Hopefully. And how are we doing down here? So yeah, can they even build rams? Is that, like, what's going on here? Yeah, they didn't build any siege equipment because they probably can't. So what, their goal was just to siege me out for 6 turns? Was that their plan?
Orders. Destroy. We shall rule. Kill them. General.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get these guys. I don't even want to fight this, but it's the only way to guarantee that I wipe them, right? So I think I have to fight it. The Romans have made me march all the way to the other end of the map, which is... it's taken a very long time. I had to wait for my reinforcements to come from the other side of the entire opposite side of the other end of the map. And the fast forward in this game is so goddamn slow. Sometimes I do really miss Shogun 1 and Medieval 1. It's funny, it's kind of the thing. I've been wanting to make a video series about this since, like, I don't know, since I started the channel basically. Because there's things that I want to say they get glossed over when people make reviews of games. Either that's like because the general idea of a review is to, you know, not spend a half hour talking about the game. You just kind of want to give a general idea of things and not get into the nitty-gritty. That's one of the reasons. But I think that, you know, it's kind of funny because when you talk about the evolution of a series, of a game series, or anything really, a lot of the nitty-gritty can get lost, and there's a lot of these things that just don't get brought up. Like, for instance, a big thing for me that I like about Rome as opposed to Medieval 1 and Shogun 1 that I think never ever gets brought up is the expansion of the army roster, or the army cap, from 16 units to 20. To me, that makes a world of difference. It opens up so much more to play around with when it comes to you know, army comps and stuff like that. But then there's like so many other things, and there's other things I can list for sure. Like, obviously the control system in this game is better. In some ways, it's overall better, but there's, you know, other things where I'm kind of grumpy about. But there's a lot. Like, there's a lot of things that don't immediately come to mind. Like, I have to like write them down, you know, because they're things that I go like, oh hey, that's nice. That's a nice thing that Rome does. That's better than Medieval 1 and Shogun 1. But then, just as much as that happens, then there's other times where I'm like, man, I really missed that fast forward in Shogun 1 and Medieval 1 that, like, it's a real fast forward. You know, like, it actually speeds things up. You know, whereas, like, the fast forward in this game's like, what? Why would they do that to us? Alright, let's get my chariots, but I don't want them to get munched down by a dog. I don't know how strong dogs are against light chariots, but I have these barbarian spears here just in case. What are those dogs down to? 14 men? Alright, looks like the dog's gonna be running on in here, so I'm trying to run some interference with my spear dudes. Yeah, that's what we want. We want that. So yeah, you guys just fight off the dogs. and that should be fine. Chieftain can run in there and run down those guys just to make sure that we get this army wiped. And yeah, these trees must be really blocking a lot of my shots because these guys are not going down. And what, does he think that he's gonna kill my general? No shit, eh? Let's try to kill that dude. Come on in. Kill, kill, kill. And let's continue this just to make sure that they all get wiped. And let's make sure that I'm not shooting my own people.
We need fight no more. The enemy are in full flight.
Yeah, so 98% killed. Looks like we wiped that little stack. Nice. So it says we lost 22 guys. Was that really from the dogs? Killing my mercs? No, they didn't lose anyone.
Lord?
Who did I lose? Did I misread that? I thought it said that I lost 22 guys, but I'm not seeing it. Alright, Roman boat. What are you gonna do? Blockade Massilia now? Oh, how original. How original. Gauls, you better freaking figure your shit out because... Oh, they get some Barbarian Noble Cav. Oh, that's fun. A new unit. Some Heavy Cav. Cool. So they got some tier 3s, eh? Is that a tier 3? It sure as hell is. Oh, okay. Alright, Mediolanium. That's exciting. I don't have any tier 3s. Oh, wait, no, I do. Londinium's a tier 3. Yes, that's right.
Lord?
So what if we offered trade rights for map info and map info from the Parthians here? And, oh, so they accepted that. That's all they wanted was trade info. Man, the AI really, really values trade info, even if they're not going to trade with you. It's just kind of a funny thing there. So, all right, so that told us a little bit. All right. Yep. Okay, so have I talked to the Egyptians yet? No, I have not. I see Antioch, but apparently, I think I did talk to one of the diplomats, but I didn't get anywhere with them. So maybe I didn't offer him trade info. Is that no? You're just another Parthian army. What are you guys fielding right now? Let me just take a peek. Oh, can't see, even though you're standing right next to him. Okay, good job, diplomat. All right, and our tribute has ended with Spain, so let's go over here.
Can I be of service?
And let's just keep it going. Make offer and regular tribute. And do that for another 10 turns. And yeah, just a gift. We're just giving it to you. We're just being homies. Now, the Gauls have actually, man, despite the fact that they only have 3 territories, they're actually kind of building some stuff. They have a large boat now. And here, I don't have any large boats. I only have the little boats. I got some experience on these boats, and I have this is a 2-star admiral with a soothsayer for +2 morale, which is interesting. So I might still stand a chance here, but at the same time, I'm gonna dip out for a minute and just talk to these guys. I don't think I have any Gauls in my territory at this moment. No, you're in your territory. I'm a Gallic diplomat right there. I don't think they're going to say yes to this, but let's just kind of see. So trade rights, ceasefire, do they want it? And no, they don't see any reason for that nonsense. And how are the Carthaginians doing? I saw that they were under siege, but they are no longer under siege. Okie dokie. Alright, that's fine then. So, in regards to this, I think that let's just bring Prasutagus' army. And, okay, good. They didn't run away. Nice. So, yes. Finally, this army's been around forever, man. Naked fanatics and peasants, warband, rebel general, druids. And yeah, Prasutagus' army he's pretty banged up. He's been doing a lot with this army. But I think we have another fight in him, so let's get it done.
Battle is an easy thing. What's hard is the look on your woman's face when you are a weakling.
but I see no one here who must worry about that. Some of us will soon lie dead. The rest will drink to their memory. But we will fight with honor.
Well, I probably shouldn't have decided to fight in a storm. That was kind of a mistake there. And yeah, now that I see my army on the field, I'm like, oh man, this army is pretty beaten up. Yeah, they are a bit more ragged than even I had thought, but still, I think that the strength of my light chariots are in full health, so I think that those 3 units by themselves can do most of the work here. But if those naked fanatics want to charge to this front line, man, this front line is going to have a tough time. Head Hurler's going to do some work in that case. And my 8 druids chanting and keeping them riled, but these guys, that's going to have to help out a lot as well. We're going to be trying to use this rock formation here to defend our left flank and then just have free reign of this flank with our chariots. I think they just have that 1 cav unit, right? So yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine just kind of having our way with them. And that's going to be their naked fanatics out there. Yeah, that's the unit that they don't want getting shot by my light chariots. Yeah, these guys are having a bad day. It's snowing, it's cold, and they're getting shot at by 3 units of chariot archers. They're dying pretty quickly too. Even though they have big ass shields, they do. Those are some big shields too. But that is not doing enough. That's 1 unit of naked fanatics gone. Yeah, they did not even charge at us. They just stood there and took it. Alright, and I still have a lot of ammo for my light chariots. Their ammo lasts a long time. It really does. I keep forgetting to check it, but do they just have more ammo than the other range units, like the cav archers and the foot archers? Because, yeah, look at the ammo on those guys. It's like it's barely moved at all. And this is going to be a 2nd unit of naked fanatics just being cleaned up. Yeah, look at that. And we haven't even used up half our ammo. So yeah, peasants are just going to get cleaned up as well. And then it's going to be on to the warband. Now we're getting a response from the enemy, so let's go ahead and just bring back my light chariots and get them running here. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this. If I can get the warband to chase... Yeah, let's send warhounds after here. Just to kind of stop that unit in its tracks. Yeah, that way I can get war cry going on here and then here. And then chariots can come on over here. And yeah, heads are being tossed into the druids. They can get chucked on in as well. And let's go ahead and get some war cry charges in here. And you guys can go in. You guys can go in. To their general, he didn't commit. Okay. Alright, so let's just kind of reform up here with my infantry. And then chariots go back as well. And then cav get back. And let's get my flanky boys back as well. Because they're gonna charge someone. Whoever they charge is gonna be taking some damage. Let's see if I can intercept here. Because yeah, if they're gonna hit my wood warriors, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. But now I got barbarian cav charging on in. Let's see if I can get my chariots in. They can turn off fire at will. You guys can charge on in.
Enemy warlord shows his
there
worth.
he goes. Alright, so he should get
Any of our
cut down. It'd be nice if he got cut down. Let's just turn you on fire at will so you can shoot at them. And you guys turn back around, and you guys can actually charge the druids. There we go. That's going to be the battle. Let's end it. So we lost 33 men. And now Prostatagus' army can probably take a break. Maybe time for him to take a breather, because Watakorix's army is going to be... I'm going to come around this way rather than this way So I'm going to do this.
Move!
And even if they do lay siege to Elysia next turn, I have his army, which is pretty healthy. And they can come in, and with that, we will be fine to take on Captain Ariovistus' army. And you just sit that one out. Unless we want your chariots, which, do we want your chariots? We got 2 chariots in Elysia, so I'll think about it, but we should be fine. We should be fine because we have 4 slingers, and yeah, slingers is what I've been wanting here in my eastern settlements for a while. I'm still only training slingers in aluminum. I'm being pretty frugal in that sense. My money has been going pretty much all towards military. I'm building some buildings here and there, but it's been, yeah, I'm kind of just building my economy buildings. There's a couple areas where I'm missing things, like I haven't built this yet because maybe I should build it this turn, because I do have some money to build the communal farming in Massilia and Upper Martius. And Lugdunum doesn't have it either. This would be the safest place for me to build it. And there's a couple places that don't have markets either. But I think I want to prioritize the farming. Yeah, I should build a farming in Lugdunum in this turn. That's going to get me an extra, yeah, like 70 or so. Yeah. Yeah, that's a healthy amount. And I still have 3 grand pretty much, so it wouldn't kill me if I put in another one somewhere else. But I do want to make sure, I am prioritizing training though, that's for sure. So I'm going to go back to that and make sure that I have the units that I want. I do have enough time to play one more end turn.
General!
I don't think I'm going to be fighting any battles during this end turn. Even if they do lay siege to me, that's going to be it. It's just going to be a siege. And I can handle that in the next turn. So let's go ahead and end this. And let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks like the Gauls blockaded my port. Those gosh darn boogers. Really? Just with 1 boat, eh? No shit. So my 4 boats with 2 command star general and experience up against their 1 large boat. 9-to-5 ratio in my favor. Okay. Just curious about that one. Let's see if I can hunt them down. Alright, Condate, Britannia, you're not too happy, eh? Well, I guess I can always recruit some more peasants. Yeah, there we go. And I just brought over a couple more characters, some generals. One from some more Briva, I think that was Casavalanas. Just because, may as well have a couple guys over here. I can plop down some watchtowers. There's a lot of dark area over here that I want to reveal. And sure, having Calpurnus in the neighborhood is nice. But yeah, goddamn, wow. Okay, Calpurnus is going to be busy. He's going to be fighting Romans. Yeah, they're just cutting right through Gallic territory. How about that? Huh. Man, that's pretty shitty, isn't it? I was really... gosh, wasn't it like 2 episodes ago? Or like maybe last episode? Didn't I say that something... I was like, yeah, technically I do border the Julii because of this right here. You can kind of barely see it. But yeah, I do border them, but this is impassable. They have to go through Gallic territory to get to me. So wouldn't it be stupid if the AI had such a hard-on for killing the human player that they did this? And it's like seriously? They're not allies. Tell me they're not allies. No, they're not. They're just straight up going for it. Do we have any info? Yeah, fuck ton of Hastati. No shit. Yeah, that's what they do. So Hastati. I'm not that impressed by Hastati. A lot of Hastati. Okay, they got some Precubes. A lot of dogs. Jesus, alright. Yeah, definitely heavier armies than what I'm used to dealing with. And I got some swords and some wood warriors that are on the way.
Move out.
And yeah, this army... Well, I'm glad... Actually, shit, I've been training swords and wood warrior and head hurlers in Massilia, so...
Yes.
So yeah, I'm glad I did that. But they're going to be able to get to Massilia before this army can actually get there. So am I going to be fighting a bridge battle against the Romans? Ugh, that doesn't... That doesn't feel good. A bridge battle against the Romans. I mean, they don't have any range stuff other than their javelins. I mean, if I have a second crossing point, that would be fine, but... I mean, in this case, the garrison would be reinforcing from the rear of the Roman army if they were on that bridge, so... It might not be that bad. Let's get another swordsman. Just in case. Yeah, not a lot of money. I have the strongest faction. I got a lot of armies. And what do we got here? So we got a tough German spy. Yeah, we still don't have any assassins, although we can train assassins now in Londinium. So I should probably get one of those. Yeah, it's probably something that I should do. So I can start dealing with that. Yeah, the Julii pushing hard, eh? Jesus. I have to imagine, like, 2 full stacks like that. Is that all they have? I don't know. And the Gauls are just gonna, like, because this is trespassing on their territory, so is that going to piss the Gauls off and make them redirect their attention towards the Julii? Or am I just... I'm just being way too optimistic, aren't I?
General.
Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. And this army is just kind of like taking out. They're like, nope, we don't want to fight this. Okay, well, I can just come out and fight you guys wherever you are, so...
Chief.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much to me. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I think I want to wipe them out. And then what can we see?
Moving.
Gigantiacum doesn't have much. And let's bring you.
Moving into position.
Not a lot in this area.
Moving into position. Out of moves.
Yeah, I would say that once that's dealt with, I can march on with my 2 stacks from Somorbriva and Alesia onto Trier. And then, yeah, that could be leaving me open on this border from this direction. But I could always just hop this army onto a boat to defend Somorbriva if it came down to it. Yeah. I think that would be the play. But that's going to have to wait until the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, peace.